Hi, folks. You are here on SBTV Sports. Like I told you earlier in my introduction, we'll be doing updates right from Qatar because this year happens to be the World Cup year. And of course, teams are gearing up. Other countries are also preparing feverishly for this particular World Cup. So, as I told you, we'll be going straight to Qatar to have our main man on the ground. He knows Qatar in and out, and he'll be telling us what we have to do as far as this World Cup is concerned. In fact, most of Ghanaians or very, very, very strong football guys will definitely be in Qatar to support their various countries. And I'm sure that Ghanaians are also poised to travel all the way from Ghana here to Qatar to have a feel of the World Cup. I was privileged to be at the 2010 World Cup. It was something beautiful, and definitely a lot more people would want to visit Qatar and enjoy the World Cup because Brazil is going to be there, Ghana is going to be there. You have other countries, Senegal, of course, USA is also going to be there. So, like I said, we have our man on the ground, Manfred Osset, who is going to have an interactive, what do you call it, talk with us as far as what we have to do and what we don't have to do in Qatar. My name Oscar Mawuli Nuati. You are live on SVTV Sports. So the man needs no introduction. Manfred, tell us, how is Qatar this morning?
Hello, Oscar. Nice to join you and your viewers. Qatar is okay. It's about 6 p.m. now, and one good thing or one good news is that the weather has changed, and we are enjoying a much, much, much better weather now.
If you say the weather has changed, what do you mean by the weather has changed?
Qatar is located in the Middle East region, which means that during summer, you can have temperatures rising to as far as 50, 48. And I'm telling you, it's not easy to move around in that weather. Apart from that, we have humidity. Humidity is lack of oxygen in the atmosphere, which means that you find it difficult to breathe. You find it difficult to walk outside. Just 2-3 minutes outside, and you are already sweating. But thank God, the World Cup has been scheduled in winter season, where the weather is much, much better, as I said earlier.
Okay, so it means that Ghanaians or football lovers who would be coming to Qatar would have to brace themselves and, of course, know the weather conditions as to what to wear and what not to wear.
Exactly. I strongly advise that whoever is coming should have a jacket because during winter it can get as low as 8 degrees or 10 degrees, which is very cold.
Okay, all right. So let's talk into our own. Ghana happens to be a country that loves football, and Ghanaians will be coming. Of course, the accommodation as well as traveling preparation and all that. What and what do Ghanaians need to know as far as accommodation and traveling plans and everything like that?
Well, okay, Oscar, I can tell you that accommodation has become a topic because of, Qatar is a small country made up of roughly 2.6, 2.8 million people. Okay, 11,800 square kilometers. So it's a small country. So bringing in about 2 million fans or visitors for the World Cup was always going to be a challenge. Thankfully, a number of plans have been put in place to cater for that. One, more hotels have been built. There will be tents raised to cater for fans who are traveling to Qatar. There will be cruise ships, which will be docked at the Corniche, where it's going to take up. Each cruise ship is capable of taking up around 2,000 people, and they plan to have about 4 or 5. You can do the calculation and see that it's going to take up a lot. And then there's a third option of fans living in Dubai, because Dubai is just 1 hour away from here. So there will be 36 daily shuttle planes, which will ferry in supporters from Dubai and the allied areas, Oman, Saudi Arabia, to Qatar. So I think all these plans put together, at the end of the accommodation is going to be solved in a way. But locally, the pressure is very high. Most of the hotels are booked. and the prices have skyrocketed. It's not easy to get a hotel room where you can pay around $100. The minimum hotel room you can afford, let's say a supporter coming from Ghana, probably is in the region of $200 to $250. That's for just the low tier hotels. Above that, we have as far as 2,000 up to 5,000 a night.
Wow. So,
Yeah.
I heard that this is going to be one of the most expensive World Cups. Does it mean that if you are coming as a supporter, you need to have a lot of money on you? Because you are talking about spending, let's say, 2 weeks and $150 per night for 2 weeks. It's quite a lot of money.
Definitely, definitely. It's going to be one of the most expensive World Cup because the Gulf region is already an expensive place to live because of the oil and gas which fuels the economy. And the World Cup has added more pressure to the number of beds or hotel rooms that we have. So obviously, because of market conditions, it was going to go high. I would advise that those coming from Ghana will sign on to one of these agencies which is trying to organize supporters to come because they have buffered or arranged the government, so they are going to have a bit of a covering in terms of the hotel rates. That, or if you know someone, if you have a friend, a relation who lives here, then of course you are going to get a good deal from hotel prices. Other than that, there is no option than to pay up.
Okay, Manfred, let's talk about religion. I mean, Qatar will be an Islamic religion or an Islamic state, I should say, and majority of the people are well vested in their Islamic beliefs. Those of the fans that are going to come to Qatar who are maybe Christians and how are they going to be able to, conform to the Islamic rules and regulations over there?
Oscar, that shouldn't be a concern at all. It shouldn't be a concern at all. Yes, Qatar is a Muslim country, but they have made provisions for other denominations to coexist peacefully with the Muslim religion. I've been here quite a number of years. We have a church complex where church services are held on every Friday alongside the Muslims. So there's Anglican, there's Pentecost, okay, there's Catholics, and a whole lot of other religions. So it shouldn't be a problem at all. We coexist peacefully side by side, and there is no issue. I think where people have a bit of concern is the regulations or the law.
Yes.
That is also not a problem at all. Yes, some of the things you are used to back home. What we call in Ghanaian parlance apuskeleke and so obviously you cannot wear it here, but they are relaxed. I don't know why people are apprehensive or nervous about that, but I can tell you that once you wear decent clothing, you have no problem at all. And I guess even in Ghana, I don't think you can wear some outrageous clothing and just be walking in public, and you will have a backlash from the society.
The World Cup is all about fun. It's all about entertainment and all that. And obviously, it goes with alcohol and other stuff. How are people going to coexist with people who don't drink alcohol and stuff like that? Should fans be worried that they will not be able to have their favorite alcoholic beverages and all those being served at the stadia, as well as in and around the stadia?
Oscar, not at all. As far back as 2008, 2009, alcohol was being sold in this country, although it's being regulated. You need to have an alcohol license, but obviously, you as a supporter coming into the country, you will not have the license.
As a supporter, I should have a license before I can have alcohol.
That's for residents.
Oh, okay.
That's for residents. So if you're a resident here, you need to have your alcohol permit, not to drink, but to buy. To buy from the outlet who sells the alcohol. Apart from that, hotels sell alcohol. Okay, and provisions have been made by the local organizing committee that come the World Cup, avenues around the stadium and certain outlets are going to be authorized to sell alcohol.
Okay.
Yes, but obviously, public drunkenness, misbehavior, that is done elsewhere. is obviously not going to be countenanced in this situation.
So fans should be rest assured that they can have their favorite alcoholic beverages being sold in and around the stadium, because
Yes,
it has become a topic. And I quite remember recently, FIFA said that it's going to allow people to sell alcohol or have alcohol at the stadia in Qatar. So should fans be rest assured?
definitely, definitely, you should be rest assured. All the assurances, all the provisions have been made for that. And they don't have, once you land here, you get alcohol. That is for sure.
All right, so let's come to the main issue. Qatar itself is hosting, and sometimes when the host nation is not doing well, the tournament happens to, have a bit of low patronage. You are closer to the Qatar national team. What have you noticed, and are they going to give us something to cheer about?
Yes, definitely. Qatar has been, Qatar is not a football country, obviously. They have to depend on other nations to supply them players to the national team, including Ghanaians. I
Oh,
know.
you in the
Yes,
Qatarian national team.
yes. The local team is called Al Nabi. Al
Mhm.
Nabis have been having Ghanaian players for as long as I can remember. From
Oh,
Kasola, George Awulekwe, who is the junior brother of Awulekwe from under 17, as we know. And then
yes.
recently we have another Mohammed, okay? Mohammed, who is doing very well. He's a striker for the national team.
He's a
So
Ghanaian.
he's a Ghanaian. Yes,
Wow.
he's a Ghanaian. He's one of the second strikers for the national team. And
Okay.
from about 10 years ago, when they won the World Cup, they've put in place a strategy and a program to make sure that they groom players for the World Cup. Okay, so
Mhm.
teams like Astad, Al Garafa, Al Wakra, they have had players who were specifically groomed for this World Cup, and now they are in the pole position to be fielded when it comes to the matches. So, for instance, the national team has been on camp for the past 6 months, playing competitions in Europe. Right now, as I speak to you now, they are in Spain. I think somewhere during the week, they are going to fly back into the country to
Okay.
scale up the preparations for the World Cup. Apart from that, 2006, Qatar were the winners of the Asian Cup.
Yes, I quite remember.
Yes. They also won under 23 Cup. So you can see that there's a gradual progression of their football ability in terms of having the final delivery. In as much as I'm not going to vouch and put my neck on the line for them that they are going to win the tournament, I'm sure that they are going to prove quite a strong side to beat with the players that they've been able to assemble for a long time because they have cohesion. Some have been in the team for as long as 5, 6 years, and they know themselves.
All right. So now we've spoken about alcohol. We've had a chat on the hotel accommodation and transport and everything. But um, do we have Ghanaians who are ready to receive the fans to give them um, local food and all those stuff? Because sometimes when people travel, they find it very difficult to stay because they are not getting their local meals.
That no, from 2009 when we came to this place, and Ghanaians were few. It was almost unheard of to find Ghanaians here, but because of the economic considerations or conditions, there's a gradual progression of the number of Ghanaians in Qatar to the extent that where I live in this community called Masai, there's a huge Ghanaian community where you think you are living in Ghana. So from
Oh,
Hausa Kuko, Wache, Kukunte Fufu, whatever Ghanaian food
Manfred,
that,
you mean we are going
yeah,
to get Kunte, Wache, and Fufu in Qatar?
everything, every Ghanaian food that you desire is going to be there for you. Because the Ghanaian community, I think almost every other month or week, there's a plane load of Ghanaians coming here to work. Okay, apart from the established ones who have been here for a long time, who have the capacity to provide these foods that we are talking about, a lot more people have come in, and I can assure fans that when it comes to food, there is no problem at all. You can have all the local delicacies that you desire.
Okay, so we are just about some few days away from the World Cup. Have you gotten wind of the fact that some countries are already coming into the country to? I mean, some of the countries, that is the qualified countries, have arrived in Qatar and all that to have a feel of of how the stadia is and training facility and everything. Have you had any wind of such nature?
No, I think most of the teams are waiting for next month, where most of the leagues will go on break so that the players can file in. But I know that all the countries, their agents are here organizing training facilities, hotel accommodation, and such logistics to take care of their team. But the teams, I think, from next month, then we'll start seeing them tripping in.
So, which city is Ghana going to be based? And what would you tell Ghanaian fans to be expecting in Qatar?
The Black Stars are going to be based in a hotel in an area called Al Sadd, which is in the central Doha area. Uh, I think the training facilities will be in Aspire Zone, which is another 15 minutes drive from Al Sadd to Aspire Zone. Is it, I already told you that Qatar is a small country, so there's not going to be big traveling distances between venues and training and hotel. It's a compact World Cup, which gives you the ability to watch 2, 3 matches in a day.
Oh,
Okay, because from our Accra to, let's say, our South area, it's just 20 or 30 minutes.
hmm.
So from watching one match, you can quickly take a metro. We have a new metro which came into being just about 2 years ago,
Yeah.
which is going to ferry fans from one station to the other. So you can have an ability to watch the chance to watch 3 matches in a day, which is unheard of, which is unprecedented.
Okay, so Manfred, why should someone visit Qatar? Tell me the uniqueness of this particular World Cup.
Very well. Qatar is a well developed society. It's beautiful. When we landed here some 10 years ago till now, I can tell you that there's been massive development right in front of our eyes. Okay, there are tourist attractions. I think it's one of the few places where you can have the desert and the sea side by side. You can go to Dune Bashan, which is going for a cruise on the desert. You can go to the Museum of Islamic Art. We have Banana Island and a whole lot of other attractions that is going to make your trip to Qatar worthwhile.
The citizens, they are supposed to welcome the fans, those of us who will be visiting Qatar. Are they ready for the World Cup? And what is the mood like in Qatar?
The mood is scaling up each and every day. Perhaps one thing that viewers should take note is that the indigenous Qataris are few people. Okay,
Mhm.
out of the 2.4, 2.6 million residents of Qatar, only about 600,000 are indigenous people.
Oh, really?
Yes, only so Qatar depends on migrants like us
Oh,
to
okay.
help the society to keep it going. So, in as much as they are the host nation, we the foreigners are rather going to host other people coming in. Yes,
I see.
we are going to host other people coming in. So I can tell you that we are all ready. We are all ready to support Qatar. This has been our home for as long as I can remember. So we are ready to make sure that at the end of the tournament, people go home with a positive image of Qatar, as well as enjoying their time over here.
Right. Thank you very much, Manfred Osei. Viewers, this is SVTV Sports, and this is where all the exclusives is going to be. I mean, we have our man on the ground, Manfred Osei, all the way in Qatar, Doha. He'll be giving us up to date news, exclusive news until we get there ourselves, and also give you all the exclusives. We are going to get first hand interviews from players and the coaches and the player profile and everything right here on SVTV Sports. My name Oscar Mauli Nuati. Don't forget to join our channel. Just subscribe, share for all your friends to also enjoy the exclusive. So Manfred will be coming to you minute by minute, hour by hour, and when any news pops up, don't hesitate to just let us know, and definitely our viewers will also be very much grateful for that.
Thank you very much, Oscar. Nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you, Manfred.